Hello everyone. So welcome all of you to this new video, and in this video we will be seeing how we can use compute engine, and we can create our own VM. Then we can deploy a small website on it. So we will see all these things in this quick video. So first of all, let's go to web browser and open the GCP, our console. So we are already logged into our GCP console. So let's look for compute engine. So we see here this compute engine. Let's open the compute engine dashboard. Here you see some stats related to existing compute engine. So we don't have any compute engine for now. So we'll try to create a compute engine for now, and then we will do the next steps. So before creating a compute engine, I would like to update you guys, like for this computer engine that we are going to create, we are not going to create any kind of VPCs and any service accounts. So VPC, you already know what it is, and someone who don't know what service account is, so service account is basically an account provided for the GCP resources. Resources means the services, so that services can actually access other services depending upon the account permission, service account permission, and roles. So for now we are using the default one. The default one is already created with us, so because we are making things quicker, so we don't worry about that. So let's click on this create instance button here. So we have multiple options to create it, and this machine configuration is one of them. Then OS and storage configuration, the data protection settings, network settings, observability settings, security and advanced. So we don't have to use everything here. We are right now focusing only on creating a simple compute engine, a virtual machine, where we will deploy our web application. For now we are taking a quick example of a PHP website. Okay, so for this first thing we have to configure our machine. So you have to choose your machine name. It should be specific. uh, Anyone can identify like what type of machine is it. So naming convention is important in places where there are lots of environments, lots of machines, so it's important there. So let's keep this as it is for now. Then we know like regions and zones are important, so that it's gives you a good availability. This machine that we are going to create, I will keep it uh, in south. So let's take it as Mumbai, and zone, it's saying any, it could be any, but let's be specific and select south 1A. So we have selected our regions and zones for this particular machine. Now comes to this most important section where we select our machine type. So it's not about selecting the machine type, it's about the configurations that you are choosing. It depends upon the type of workload or type of processing you are going to do on your virtual machine. So it's according to that you will select your combinations of CPUs, memories, processors. So we are, yeah, I mean, one more thing, it's not about only the CPU and memory and processors, it's also about the money involved in it. So there are multiple trade-offs that we can do. So there are these list of general purpose machine types available. Then we have compute optimized, that name already suggests, like intensive for the computes, memory is optimized, storage optimized. And then comes to GPUs are obviously used for very large scale AI infrastructures. So let's focus on our general purpose, and I'm selecting E2 for now. So let's come to this thing here, machine type, that is gives you details about the machine that you have selected. And if you want to do some advanced configurations, you can do this from here. That's not so important, but yeah, this is how you do the primary selections. You can create it the machines from here, this button, but I would like to walk you through this all others options available for VM creation. So let's go for OS and storage. So let's say you have some requirements there where you want to attach your own disk or persistent disk. You want it to be attached in this particular VMs, then you can use this this section here. And if you have a already a image with you, a container available with you, and you want to use that container to create your VM, then you have this container option here as well. You can select your container image from here as well, and you can create your VM. So this option is also available with you. Then comes for the data protection. Data protection is all about what happens when your VM goes down. So this section gives you all the features available for making your backups, multi-regional uh, disaster recoveries options. So this is all available here. Then you have the network thing. So for us right now, we it's important to select these two options for now. So HTTP and HTTPS traffics are should be allowed on our VM, so that when we are going to deploy our websites, it should be accessible from the internet, so that we can load our website. So that's one more thing. And then these are other options if you want to configure. Depends upon the complexity of your application and how networking you want to do, but the basic one is allowing these two things. Okay, so this is also done. And then comes the observability. So this is something required when you have to monitor your virtual machine. So monitoring a virtual machine is something very important. And this op agent is something very helpful. I mean, it's a key thing to collect the metrics and logs from your virtual machine. So that's for now by default selected. So let's keep this as it is. Then comes across the security thing. So security is all about providing the correct roles to this VM. So these VMs are actually deployed as more secure entities in your resource list. So this is all these are some configurations available with the security. And you see the shielded VM here. So if you want shielded VMs, you can use these settings, because these all are available, like what I have discussed in my previous video. Those all settings are available here. I mean, that's all I think I can for now tell you the basic things. So let's do the important thing. Let's create it. So I'll click on this create button, and it will start creating our virtual machine. So you have to wait for 2 or 3 minutes while it will create a virtual machine. So I will skip this section and we'll quickly jump to the point where it already created. Okay, great. So we have our virtual machine created here. This is the name of our instance, the zone, and this is the internal IP address. This IP address is used by other resources to communicate with the VMs in our VPC or in the subnet inside VPC. This is the external IP address that is something exposed to the internet. So anyone outside our outside world and try to load the website if we have installed or we have created inside this VM. So that website will be reachable to someone using this IP. For now, this IP is kind of ephemeral, and it will be removed if we do any change, or if we recreate this VM. Then this is something changeable. So that there is a concept of static IP addresses that is assigned to this particular VM. So whenever this VM goes down, and or maybe a new VM is created, the IP will remain same. So for now this is ephemeral, and we will keep this. We don't need to change it. So let's do the next thing. We will create our website. So let's SSH inside this VM. So it will open a window, and in this window it will be like a command prompt that will allow you to do the other things. Let's authorize. So we are inside our VM. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do some steps so we can install and see if we have Apache running here or not. Let's do the update here first. So it's updating. This update has been done. Now let's do one more thing. Let's install Apache here. It's a server that will be helpful to run the PHP files. So yes, obviously I want to do it. So it's doing this. So it will take not much time, but let's wait. This command is not available. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me check if Apache is running or not. Systemctl and status status Apache 2. So I think we have our Apache running, so that's a good thing. I think if we have our Apache running, in that case let's do the next steps. Now we will try to remove if we have any existing HTML file. I think it's done that thing. Now we will try to create our PHP file. So let's create one h1 tag. It's slow somehow, I don't know. Okay, and let's close this thing. Okay, we have to give a closing braces here. H1, not here. H1 tag. Let's semicolon. This, I think it's done. And then also we'll put this in the folder where we want to put it. W, it's very slow, /html /index.php. I think we are okay. And now we will try to refresh this, and it's not working. Let me do one thing. Maybe there are some firewall issues. Let me check. So we'll open it. We'll try to edit this, and go for the firewall, 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 firewall. Okay, where is, so I have accessed this. Okay, security. What could be the reason? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me open the VPC. There must be something with the VPC. I think there is something. The firewalls. We have one rule here, firewall rule. What this rule is about? Allow HTTP. Yeah, we have allow HTTP, default allow HTTP. HTTP. Yes, we have. I think we have this one here. So I'm trying to check like why it's not working here. So it should be working. Let me open this. Great. So our VM is running and our website is hosted. Actually what I was doing, I was trying to access it with HTTPS, but it was not working. So this is working. So this is how we can run our virtual machine, and we will be able to host our own website there. So I think that's much for this video, and I think you guys are really able to understand like how VM is helpful to host any web portal, web application, or if there is some software, it's a machine actually, so you can install that and use it. So that's all for this video, and so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video is much informative for you guys, and I will be creating our next video related to cloud functions, and then for app engine. So let's stay tuned, and thank you so much. And yeah, please subscribe my channel and like this video, because this is the only thing that motivates me to teach you guys, and whatever information and knowledge I have, I can share with you guys. Thank you so much. Take care.